The world was a blur of sirens, shattered glass, and the deafening crack of gunfire. Leah had been processing paperwork near the city bank when the alarms screamed. Instinct took over. She had managed to take down one robber, her bullet finding his shoulder, but she hadn't seen the second man flanking her. A sharp, searing pain erupted in her side, and the pavement rushed up to meet her. Everything went black. When Leah finally blinked her eyes open, the harsh fluorescent lights of a hospital ceiling blinded her. Her side throbbed with a dull, rhythmic ache. As her vision cleared, she realized she wasn't in a cramped public ward. The room was massive, silent, and smelled of expensive lilies. She turned her head and nearly jumped out of her skin. "You!" Leah gasped, her hand instinctively flying to her bandaged side. The sudden movement sent a spike of agony through her torso. "Easy, easy," Faye said, standing up quickly from the velvet armchair beside the bed. Her tattoos were visible beneath a sleeveless silk top, and her expression, usually mocking, was uncharacteristically tense. "Don't move. You just had your stitches done." "Faye, what the hell are you doing here?" Lee hissed, clutching the sheets. "And where am I? This isn't the police infirmary." Faye sat back down, crossing her legs with a calm elegance. "I heard what happened. I couldn't let my favorite officer rot in a government hallway. So, I brought you here. I own this hospital, Leah." Leah's jaw dropped. "You, what? No, absolutely not. I'm transferring. I am not staying in a hospital bought with blood money." "Don't be stubborn for once," Faye sighed, leaning closer. "You said you hated the gangster life. You said you hated the illegal side of my world. So, I've been diversifying. I bought this hospital, a pharmacy chain, a few five-star restaurants, though I kept the clubs, because the profit margins are too good to give up. I'm building a clean empire, Leah. That way, when we finally get married, you won't have anything to complain about." Faye flashed a dazzling, confident smile. Leah groaned, partly from the pain and partly from sheer frustration. "Stop it. It doesn't matter what you buy. The money used to start those businesses still came from your father's activities. You can't wash that away with a fancy hospital wing." Faye let out a long, tired breath, her smile fading into something more soft and guarded. "Okay. If that's what you believe, I'll let you rest now." She stood up, smoothing out her clothes. "Don't worry about the bills, wifey. Everything is taken care of. I love you. I told you to stop calling me." But Faye was already out the door, leaving the scent of her expensive perfume lingering in the air. Leah stared at the closed door, her heart hammering against her ribs, and it wasn't just from the adrenaline of the robbery. Was she joking? Is she actually serious about me? Leah shook her head violently. "No. Stop it, Leah. She's a criminal. A beautiful, persistent, infuriating criminal. You cannot fall for her." She shifted aggressively in the bed to turn away from the door, but her wound let out a sharp twinge of pain. "Ow! Damn it!" she muttered, wincing. Even her own body seemed to be punishing her for fighting the attraction. Leah's recovery was surprisingly fast, perhaps because she was determined to get out of Faye's high-end hospital as quickly as possible. Within weeks, she was back at the precinct, buried under a mountain of case files. While she was reviewing a report at her desk, a man she had been investigating, a slick, low-level criminal with a history of harassment, leaned over her workstation. He started complimenting her in a way that made her skin crawl, commenting on how smooth her skin looked and making crude remarks about her uniform. Leah's hand tightened around her pen. She was just about to snap a witty retort when a blur of movement flashed past her. Crack! A single, perfectly aimed punch sent the man spiraling to the floor, knocked out cold. Faye stood there, calmly adjusting the cuffs of her designer blazer as if she had just swatted a fly. She didn't even look at the man on the ground. She turned to Leah and flashed that signature, heart-stopping grin. "Hi, wifey," Faye said softly. "I just came by to say goodbye for a while. You won't be seeing my face for a bit." Leah blinked, completely stunned by the sudden violence followed by the sudden news. "Goodbye? What? I mean, where are you going? Actually, why should I care? Good. Go. I'm sick of looking at your face anyway." Faye's eyes softened, but the teasing glint remained. "My father wants me to handle some business abroad. It's a big move, and it'll take some time to straighten out. I couldn't leave without seeing you one last time." Leah tried to maintain her cold exterior, but her voice wavered slightly. "So, what does that have to do with me? Go do your illegal business. I hope you stay there." Faye just chuckled, leaning over the desk to get closer to Lee's face. "Okay, sweetheart. I love you, too. See you again soon, and don't forget to message me when you start missing me." With a playful wink, Faye turned and walked out of the precinct, her security detail following closely behind. Leah sat frozen in her chair. Even though Faye was always this cocky and confident, the silence she left behind felt incredibly heavy. For the first time, the precinct felt too quiet. Leah looked at the empty space where Faye had just been standing, and a strange, sinking feeling settled in her chest. How long is a while? Leah wondered, her heart betraying her. She was supposed to be relieved, but instead, she felt a nagging sense of worry. She's a criminal, she's dangerous. I shouldn't care if she never comes back. But as the hours passed, Leah found herself checking her phone, wondering if Faye's goodbye was really the start of something much harder to ignore.